Hello and welcome to another Minecraft episode inside of my survival world. Now, in case you missed it, last episode we worked on this sugarcane and it is currently manual, but that's fine because it produces a lot of sugarcane. And as I said, it is currently manual, but I hope to change that soon by adding some rails underneath to collect everything, and a flying machine to go over the top and knock everything down so that the collector can push on to some hoppers that'll be there to light that chest. And then it'll just keep growing, and then the flying machine will go at the hopefully correct time so I can get the maximum amount of sugarcane. Now, today we're going to be working on a farm again, but this will be a different farm, and this one will be mostly manual. I mean, well, it's going to be like semi-automatic, I guess. So I'm going to have the harvesting be automatic, and I have to plant it. And if you saw, what we're going to be working on today is a wheat farm. And unlike last episode, I think that I have enough of everything, but if there's something that I don't have enough of, I have extras of it in these two chests. So the way I'm thinking of doing this is a bunch of 8x7 blocks, I guess, of wheat. So like 4 along here and then 6 going back that way. And then I'll have some water drop in and just push all of the wheat into some hoppers that'll be along here, feeding it directly to this chest. So the first thing I'm going to do is open up this canal, however many blocks needs to be. I think it needs to be 39 blocks, 34 blocks, something like that. So I'm just going to do that, and then I'll be right back. Okay. So I've now got this dug out, and one thing I have to do is fill in this so that when I put the water in right here, it'll actually get to the end. But obviously it'll be here, I think. Yeah, right there, because then right here will be the end of this, from the water going like that. But for right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start laying out the layout of the 7x8 areas. And the reason I'm doing that is because water can travel, actually no, right here. Water can travel 8 blocks, and so it's going to be 7 blocks hydrating all of these, and then 1 block on top of the, actually maybe for this final one I should have it 8, because the water would do that, and then it'd end up on the hopper instead of potentially missing the hopper. See, I'll have this last one be 8, but the rest of them are going to be 7x8s, and I showed you why 7. And then the 8 because water can hydrate 4 blocks, actually 5 from the source block, maybe more, I don't know, but consistently throughout the whole thing it can hydrate 4 blocks, so one of those will be able to get all of this. But I'm going to have another stream right along here, so I'm going to be able to get these 4 blocks, which would then turn this chunk, I guess this isn't really a chunk, but this area, into a 7x8, or for right here 8x8, because hopper collecting. I mean, I guess I could do that with all of this, but then that would require multiple water streams. And I just want to put one down at the very top, So I'm just gonna make a space and just outline all of the 7x8 chunks, and then I'll be right back. Okay, and I'm just now placing these final pieces, and this is the first row. So what I'm gonna do with all of this is make a hoe first. There we go. And then with all of these, and I'm assuming you know how a farm works, I'm just gonna hoe all of this and then plant the wheat seeds, but I don't have any water in here, so I guess I'm not doing that. Yeah, well, I guess what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna start working on the other layers. I'm just gonna have them be 1 block higher and then 7 blocks back. I'm just gonna do that for a lot of it. And this time I'm gonna time lapse it instead of just cutting. Okay, so hi, surprise, no time lapse. Two things happened. Well, I guess two things didn't happen. One thing happened. My computer crashed. I hit start on the time lapse and it just crashed. I don't really know why. But it did. So if anything in these next clips are different than what they would have been, or if that previous clip was slightly odd looking, that's why. But yes, I will try my best to fix what is missing. It looks like most of it is still here, maybe just the past few minutes are rolled back, which shouldn't be that bad, shouldn't make that much of a difference. But yeah, that's what's happening. So I'm gonna try and fix everything, and then we should have a time lapse as long as my computer doesn't crash again. Fingers crossed. Okay, so time lapse is now over, and this is the result of it. As you saw, I mean, I'd like to make this bigger, but one big thing stopping that is this mountain. So I'm thinking either in between episodes or at the start of next episode. I really need to get that thing actually working, because I could have a lot of sugarcane by now. But I could have harvested twice the time I was working on this. But anyways, back to what I was saying. Either in between episodes or at the start of next episode, I'm gonna mine this down. And yes, I realize part of the reason I chose this area is because of that hill. Actually, I think it's more that. So as long as I leave that hill alone, it'll still be ideal. But I mean, honestly, if I see it from my house, it won't matter, because the end plans that I have for the area by my house, you won't be able to see this anyways, so that's fine. So yeah, thank you for watching. This has come along not as much as I'd want it to, but hopefully by next episode we'll be able to have it finished, and, or at least pretty much finished. I don't know what happened to, there we go. Actually, I'll pick those up. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.